brave amigos are we, brother to brother and everyone, a brave amigo.
Good morning, I am Kevin Price. This is Brave Amigo. I just enjoying the song. We are the Brave AM Egos. It's Dan Shedd. It's Sigmund Kramer. And it's yours truly, your host, Kevin Price. And, Dan, I'm trying to train Dan to understand that our goal in this segment really isn't to do anything heavy or serious. He wanted to do a story. What was the original story you brought to us, Dan?
How social media is driving online sales.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that with someone who knows something about that. None of us know anything about that. Those are the kind of people we have as guests. In fact, I could have done that with Troy, right? Troy Burrow with 4guys.com. He was on earlier today. He knows all about that kind of stuff. We want to have fun this segment, and so you finally got wised up on that, and brought a couple of ideas that I thought were pretty good. The first one was that 10% of all workers go to work high. 10% of all employees. This is from CNBC. This is not from hightimes.com.
So you mean
this is from CNBC.com, which explains Sigmund's behavior every single day.
Well, I think you mean that they work in the highest levels of their particular skyscrapers, their buildings, like we're on the penthouse. Is that what you mean? They
I don't think
work
so.
high?
What do they mean by that, Dan? Dan's the one who dug up this article.
Well, like you said, a study was released that 10% of Americans go to work high on weed, and 80% of them admit to getting their hands on the drug illegally.
Yeah, because there are only a couple of states where it is legal right now,
yes,
right?
where it is legal for medicinal purposes.
Medicinal purposes.
Medicinal, yeah. Right, yeah. So tell us a little bit about, it's interesting how they come up with these studies. And you say 10%. Did they only ask in states where it is legal? Did they do the survey only there? Or how broad-based was the survey?
The article does not go really into that as much as I would have liked to.
They only asked people who were found outside of convenience stores with large quantities of Doritos and Cheetos.
Yeah, or brownies. Yeah, interesting. So, I think
Dan, you're so serious looking, man. What's going on over there? He's
why
not
so serious, Dan?
Yeah, why so serious? He's trying to find the actual.
I'm trying to find the actual
scientific.
I'm trying to actually, beef up my conversation a little bit, because this article that I'm looking at, it just doesn't really go in.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. It's not a scientific survey. It was a survey among college kids. Let's face it. Not really. But
no, not really. I'm looking at the article, or the one from CNBC. I don't know what article he actually looked at, but the one I'm looking at is from CNBC, and it looks like it's real people, man. It looks like it was a Survey Monkey website, so it's not particularly scientific.
Yeah,
although,
that's my point.
Those who click, it's pretty accurate. And it's only 534 Americans, and so that skews the study as well. This is nowhere near scientific.
But wait a second. Out of 534 Americans, 53 of them said that they go to work high.
Yeah,
that's pretty scary.
That's pretty scary. That's what I'm talking about.
And to think that most of them probably work in healthcare and public service.
How many are in radio?
How many are in radio? Come on, they don't know how to answer a survey. They don't know how to get on the internet.
Yeah, that requires skills even beyond them. And, about the only way they could do the survey is if they were high.
They were probably police officers, firefighters, and doctors and nurses.
Yeah, or people who play that on TV.
Let's face it, they're probably people who work at a restaurant. I can't begin to tell you how many of my coworkers, when I was in the restauranting industry, how many of my coworkers were regularly high when they came in. At all hours of the day, didn't matter what shift. Morning, noon, or night, didn't matter.
Well, Dan's way closer to age-wise to knowing how true what you're saying is true. How about all your friends, all your Texas State friends? You know, the party capital of the United States. How many of them went to class high? Dan Shedd.
Well, I'm not much of a partier, but Texas State is a party school, or it was. So I'm sure there is quite, a big population of, people like that.
People like that.
People like that. I think
those people.
Those people.
Those people, yes. But I do think marijuana should be legalized for medicinal purposes, honestly, because it helps, cancer patients deal with chemotherapy and other things like that.
So does ice cream.
Yeah, we'll do that. Now we're getting serious into stuff that this you change this course so dramatically. I'll argue with you for 8 minutes that it shouldn't be legal, and it's not even entertaining to the listener. What's entertaining is the fact that the guy who's about to do surgery on me is probably high.
I love it. I love it. I hope that my doctor is high.
Yeah, I mean, one of us should enjoy the process, right?
Exactly right. If I'm getting a colonoscopy, somebody should be enjoying it, darn it.
Someone should be having a good time, absolutely. All right, the other one was pictures of dogs. I didn't understand it. You said it was underwater dog photography. Now, are these dog photographers taking pictures underwater, or were these pictures of dogs underwater?
Okay, well, let me just explain. Photographer Seth Castile released a book, I think last year sometime, called Underwater Dogs, and he went to, I think, it looks like a pool, and he basically did, underwater photography with these dogs just diving in, and it's just so funny to see all their facial expressions, and it's a great book. I have it. I love looking through it. And he just released a new book called Underwater Puppies, where, yes, puppies are going into the water, and he is taking photographs of them as well. And they're really cute puppies.
I just hope they're not inappropriate photographs. So.
No.
Very good. We will have information on both of these. Dan's going to post something on both of these, links to both of these for you who want to see dogs taking pictures, I guess, of other dogs. Or if you want to see information about people who are high, like Sigmund Kramer every day, right here on The Price of Business.
Woohoo!
The new workforce, and why it's so entertaining. He'll have links to both of that on today's Price of Business, so make sure you check that out. Gentlemen, thanks so much for an interesting segment. Interesting as in that you don't really want to say what you really felt.
What are you, high?
The words.
Were you
high?
Were you listening to this segment? You must be high.
Are you crazy? All right, guys. Thanks so much. When we come back tomorrow, we'll have much more for you. Do want to mention that today's program brought to you by some really great people, including our friends over there at 4guys.com, our friends at Big State Homebuyers, and OperatingCost.com. Have a great day and spend it right here.